On these days of creation, before Rosh Hashanah and the New Year, which is actually the 6th and 7th day of creation, we have an opening, a window, because these are the days that are talked about in Bereshis. And then I went to this shir, great shir, about Yom HaKippurim and how the Yom itself makes the Kohen Gadol. It makes him into the Kohen Gadol. It's not much different than, say, a man in the army. When you salute the stripes, so to speak, when when he's a major or a general, you salute him anyway. Not because of the man, but because of the position puts power into the man. And this is what happens on Yom HaKippurim, that the day itself creates the Kohen Gadol, puts the power into him. So I'm looking at the word, I woke up just now, and that's why I'm doing this rather than writing it down. These are notes like a song. And it all centers for me on the word Yom, because each of these days has a Vayaboker Yom Echad, Yom Sheni. And then it comes to Yom HaShivishi, 6th day, with a Hey. And that parallels Yom HaKippurim. And I'm thinking how these Yoms, what do these Yoms signify? And the Yom itself, in spelling out in full, is Yud 20, Vav 12, that's 32, and Mem 80, when you spell them fully spelt out. And this Yom at 80, that's 112. And 112 is Yud Hey Vav Hey plus Elohim. 26 plus 86 is 112. And that comes out to be Yom. So this powerful word Yom is also found in Yom HaKippurim. And so is the Hey. And the Hey of Yom HaKippurim is and of Yom HaShishi is because man was created on the Yom HaShishi. And this power of transformation of Yom with the Hey into the man. And that's not much different than the Yom HaKippurim, that transferred and Kippur and Hipput and covered and over man. And in a certain sense, a kippur, a covering, when you cover blood. And what is blood? But dam, the din of man. And this dam comes in as 604 if you take the final letter, and that's dam, and then plus 2 letters, that's 606, and that's atzmutz, and that's essence. And whenever there's dam, there's helev. And helev has a great gematria, because helev gematria in full is 418, and that's 830, and that's 904 plus 9 letters, 913. So helev is found in the word Bereshis. And so what, the word yesterday, the big word yesterday, the 25th of Elul is Bereshis. Created 6. That relates to the word Helev. And if I take Helev at 9:13, and I give it to Elohim, that's 9, it's 999, and that's El Shaddai. And if I take Dam, and if I take Dam, and I even if I take Adam, Dam is more related to Adam, and Helev is more related in a certain sense to as fat or milk to Hava. And the two together, in a certain sense, Elohim Helev, or Bereshit, Elohim is 9:13, and Elohim Bereshit is 9:13, and Elohim is 86. That's 999. Again, that's El Shaddai. Very powerful here, and that Bereshit created Elohim, and isn't that the first Bereshit bara Elohim? Bereshit bara Elohim. Bereshit, the hefsa, the thing, created Elohim. The Gavra, so to speak. It's a hefsa. The Bereshit, the start itself, created Elohim. This is brought down in the Zohar. Bereshit bara Elohim. It's brought down in translation in English, is that Elohim created in the beginning, God created. No. Bereshit created Elohim. The Hefsa, the beginning itself, created God. This is an it. It's an object. It's like the IT world. The it created even our gods. Remember, Yom is 112. But Yom also is in itself is a final letter, Yud, Vav, Mem, final 600 there. That's 616. That's another term that is brought down as a atzmutz, as an essence level, along with 606. Why? Maybe this is why. Because everything comes out of this Yom. And the Yom Echad created man. Just like Yom Kippurim created the Kohen Gadol. And this structure, the structure created even God. A hefsa, an object. Like here, an object, book. Huh. I didn't see it. An object. And a person, it's a hefsa and a gavra. Object and person, and the object's higher than the person. This is very, very deep, because even in the beginning, everything comes out of Bereshith, in the beginning. Which is known. But the beginning created God. And the word Yom contains these two gods. And these full spellings in the word of these two gods, Yud He Vav He and Elohim, when we do the four spellings of Elohim, of Yud He Vav He, that's 232, and the three spellings of Elohim is 886, and the two together of 886 and 232 comes out to be 1,118. And that's the gematria of the Shema itself. See, the Shema as a line. Shema. If you take the Shema Yisrael, Echad, is 1,118, which is no different than found in the word Yom. And that's why Yom HaKippurim is so good, because it has the word Yom in it. And this week, when we go, and today is the 26th, as I'm doing this, of Elul, and it's the second day of creation, Yom Shishi. Whatever it is, not Shishi. Sheni. It's the Yom. See? Bereshith created. The Yom created. So that means that the structural objects down here in the Elohim world, because in a certain sense the Elohim is this creation, and it's weird. The Elohim, in a certain sense, as being the physical world. And I've often wondered, how come Elohim's the name that's always used in Poru Orvu, you know, in the terminology in the Torah of Poru Orvu. You know, of be fruitful and multiply. You would think that that's the highest level. That's used only Elohim. So when we have this thing, it's the day. The Yom, the day itself creates what's in the day. So in a certain sense, when somebody says to you, good day, have a nice day. How's your day? And the day has two parts. It has a erev and a boker. It has an evening and a night. An evening and a daytime. And it starts in the evening, and then you go to sleep, and you receive from this levels for the boker. You receive from these levels for the daytime activity. You're nothing but an object. And this is the beauty. The object made you. The object made you. How to transcend that object level is to recognize that. They're saluting you because you're a major in the army. I had a dream last night, I think Madonna or something. Did I see her on top? I don't know why. Now that I'm just thinking of it. It has nothing to do with the Kabbalah here. And so in these things, this is the word Yom. And Elohim, Bereshis, Bara Elohim. And in the word Yom itself, which is 56, and Yom itself is a half, it's a sheni of its own din. The din is included in the Yom. It's a parallel word, so it's Yud, Vav, Mem. Yud has 10 in it, Vav has 6 as the din, and Mem has 40 as the din. So the din equals the Kedusha. And both of those come into Yom Yom Kippurim, that Yom that Yom Kippur is a pronunciation of the Yud Hey Vav Hey name. So in the sense that Yom Kippurim also has a Yud Hey Vav Hey name in it. So in Yom itself is that Yom Hey Vav Hey name, and the Elohim aspect. Elohim is almost the Gavra aspect, the physical aspect, the feminine aspect. It's the object. It's the it, as opposed to the essence level of the I. And then what they do, I did some let me see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92, no, that's something else. So this object here, this is Bereshis, that is created, so to speak, on the first day and extends. Well, this is about the Yom. Concept of Yom. As I said, Yom is 56 plus 3 letters is 59 plus 1 for its all. That's 60. 60 is the Samech of the Ein Sof. So when you have like 1 and 60, it can also be in the Yom. But the power of the Yom, the power of the Hefza, the power of the object, because this world was created by a Hefza, by the Yom itself, by the Bereshis word. Bereshis, let's get literal, bara, created, Elohim, Bereshis, created God. In the same way that Yom HaKippurim puts the power into the Kohen Gadol. It takes a Kohen and makes him into a Kohen Gadol. And that's the power of the Yom itself.